entire Muslim Uyghur community greatly appreciates your joining us to celebrate the grand opening of our mosque, our place of worship, and our cultural center. We are humbled by your sincere emotional, financial, and spiritual support. We thank the Lord, the donors around the globe, for prayers and generous donation to buy this beautiful place with love and unity. Today we gather here to thank God for the blessing of the most important gift, His mercy and compassion, the love and the respect among all human beings. The grand opening of this worship and cultural place is a gift from God, from Allah. The Chinese have destroyed many mosques, as you know, Uyghur schools, Uyghur cultural centers, as well as the churches and other worship places. The Chinese Communist Party has become the enemy of all religions in the world. At the moment, more than 5 million innocent Uyghurs are in the concentration camps today, and the number is growing, for just being a Muslim and Uyghur. We have not been able to contact our loved ones back home since 2016. China has been committing genocide against our people of Uyghur. And now, we're having this beautiful Islamic Cultural Center today. Is a very emotional, sensational, and meaningful for every Uyghur around the world. We have a place for worship God, and also this place will be the place where we'll preserve our culture and identity. God is the greatest. Allahu Akbar. Thank you, Canada, for providing this valuable opportunity to have our own place, and thank you all for your support.
Bütün dünyaya ve Kanada'daki Uygurlara seferberlik kılış neticesinde 2021 6. ayının 1. günü bu mescidimiz 610 bin dolar naq pulga burun mescidimizin setip onun üstüne kam kalan biz yıkan pulunu koşup bunu qarzsız setip aldık. Bu çirkavni mescidga aylandırış yolu da Kanada'daki Uygurlar en çok fidakarlık gösterdi. Kanada'da 280 bin dolar yıkan pul yığıldı.
Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. Eşhedü en la
Mescidi ve Kanada Şərq Türkistan Cemiyeti'ninki idare heyetleri ve cemaatinin talebiga asasen bunu Uygurlarının hem mescidi hem medeniyet üye, yani medeniyet üye degende Allah Teala halagan ve cemaatimizdenki halaydigan normal faaliyetlerini kıladigan, mesela her xil yığınlar ballarımızdanki ana til hakkında elip baradigan her xil musabakalar, faaliyetler, ondan başka xalqaralıq çoğ yığınlar hem nazir çıraklar, muşunda faaliyetlerini kılımız hem de.
لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض وإن تبدوا ما في أنفسكم أو تخفوه يحاسبكم به الله. Çetel turatkan barlıq qərnaşlar, şundaqla xüsusən Kanadadakı bir qism avangard qərnaşlarımızdan qollab quvvatlaşı, yaqin yardım buluşı, harmay talmay xizmat qilish jarayonida mana qalbga turib turgan bu muborak muqaddas zemin Allah'ın üye, Uygurlarning dini ve milli kimligini yaşatıdığan, öğütüdüğan ta'lim terbiye merkezi, ilimgahı, şundaqla çoğun küçük ayal Uygur, bay kembegal hemmisini bir yere etkilediğin cami göz aldığımızda kalp götürüp turuptu. Allah Subhanahu ve Teala bu mescidimizin yüzünü başlaş günüden başlap bizim mescidimiz mescid hem ibadethana hem siyasetxana hem ilim marifetxana hem her nersimiz bizden de yola çıkanımız. Allah Subhanahu ve Teala bu mescidimizni bizning şu g'oya maqsadimiz bo'yicha mush Uyg'ur millatining mazlum millatning erkinligi, ozodligi, shundaqla mustaqilligi uchun bir dengizning bir tomchisi yoki bo'lmasa bir qasr imoratning bir darvozasi va kichkina bir qasr imoratning bir bo'sug'isi bo'lishga Alloh taolo vasila qilsin. Alloh mendan rozi bo'lsin. This sacred place is the house of Allah, and the property will serve as spiritual shelter for the exiled Uyghur people and religious and ethnic learning center for the next generations, inshallah. At the end again, I extend my warmest welcome to everyone who came to attend this event. May the peace and blessing of the Almighty Allah be upon you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
I want to thank everyone for taking the time today to gather at this very important event for this opening ceremony of this mosque and cultural center. In particular, I want to thank the United Church for opening up your spiritual space, for passing on the baton to another faith community that shares values, shares common values with you.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Samir Zubairi. I'm the Member of Parliament for Purefone Dollard, a Montreal area riding. I'm really happy to be here today in Troy, Hamilton, Ontario to celebrate the opening of this community center and mosque for the Uyghur community. This is a momentous achievement and an important moment here to preserve Uyghur culture and the community, to strengthen it, and to be a beacon of hope for Uyghur people within Canada and even globally.
I hope and expect and fully believe that the Uyghur community into the future will maintain the values that you have and embody of openness, togetherness, and compassion. Our country has made a number of points where we have actually progressed and stood strong. First off, the House of Commons was the first legislature in the world, not the only one, but the first, to recognize that a genocide is in fact occurring towards the Uyghur people. This was something that was recognized unanimously across the board. The future is always bright, and we always must maintain hope for a better tomorrow. And this is the reason why we are here gathered together, because we maintain hope for a better tomorrow. It's critical that we continue to struggle, to persevere, and be patient while doing so, to not be overly frustrated. It's critical that we continue to build community, and to build strength, and to build people of courage who stand up on what is right and speak clearly on these issues, even when they're difficult. It's critical that community continue to reach out and to mentor young people who will be the leaders of tomorrow, and also will carry on the knowledge and wisdom from older generations. It's critical that the community together unite to stand up on what is good, correct, and right. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, dear brother and sister. It is my great pleasure to be here today to see so many my countrymen Uyghur supporters, because it is really important, very significant event for the Uyghur community, Uyghur diaspora.
Bu yerde kurulgan bu meçit yurttaşlarımızı bu cümleden muşu Kanada'daki vatandaşlarımız bir qaragayıp keldiğen gap, bu meçit bütün Uygurlarning bir üye medeniyet merkezi, bu garip dünyasında özümüzün küçüğülen ağan ve Uygur ismi bilen koyulgan medeniyet dini merkezlerimizden biri. Şununla bu nayet mühim ehemmiyetke ega bütün muhaciret Şarkı Türkistan halkını söyendirdiğen bir hadise.
First, I would like to congratulate on behalf of all leadership of the World Uyghur Congress to Canadian Uyghur community, and also particularly Canadian East Turkestan Association. You are doing a very amazing job. Maybe it is first official and the largest Uyghur Islamic and the cultural center in the diaspora, particularly Western countries. As we know, today Chinese Communist Party, Chinese government, targeted all, make us unique, or culture, religious, language. Chinese government trying to eradicate it. We were as a people today. Today, Chinese Communist Party officially say Islam is ideological illness. It must be eradicated. This is official slogan of the Xi Jinping and the Chinese Communist Party. Unfortunately, most of the Muslim countries continue cooperate with China. Some of them countries silence. If genocide is happening, there is no naturalism. Silence means support this policy. However, some countries like Canada, some European countries, United States, speaking out. Canada is the first country recognized Uyghur genocide. That's why I use this opportunity. I would like to thank Canadian Parliament, Canadian people, and as you know, last just 5 years, more than 3 million people, Uyghur, Kazakh, Kyrgyz, Turkic Muslim, are detained in the concentration camp. Forced labor, women sterilization, family separation, millions of children taken from the family. This is all happening in the 21st century. Almost 5 years, all Uyghurs who are living in exile have lost contact family members. Just be time to time we got heartbreaking news. I'm one of them. I lost in the last 5 years, I lost my mother. My mother died, she was 78 years old, died in one of the concentration camp. I lost my mother, father. My young brother, he sentenced to life. My older brother, he sentenced 17 years. This is not unique for me. This is most of them Uyghur who live in Canada, Europe, United States. We have all similar stories. Some stories is horrible than my story. So it is a time to act. It is a time broken silence. It is a time to stand with justice, stand with the Uyghurs. Today, Chinese Communist Party, Chinese government not only threaten for the Uyghurs. Also today, Tibetan Buddhists, Chinese Christian, Falun Gong, even Chinese people also suffer a lot. Today, Chinese Communist Party not only threatens these people. Today, Chinese Communist Party threat to the global democracy and human rights, all the human beings. This Uyghur Cultural and Islamic Center, this action is one of the important campaign to save Uyghur culture, Uyghur identity. So I would like to congratulate once again President of the Canadian Turkestan Association, Turban Abduli, and it is board member. Thank you.
To our friends from the Uyghur Muslim community, to our neighbors, our government officials, I begin with the greeting words of peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I want to take this opportunity as an indigenous Muslim to welcome the Uyghur community into our beautiful Canadian North American fabric. I was raised in North America as an African American, and we suffered slavery, we suffered apartheid, we suffered racism for many years, hundreds of years, and we feel your pain. My grandmother was from the First Nations people, the native people of this land. And it is said that over 10,000 years ago, that people migrated from Siberia. These are Mongolian people who migrated over and settled in these lands. After many years, after thousands of years, our land was taken and we were forced into reservations. Our children put in residential schools. So we feel your pain and we give you our solidarity. And I want to remind myself and you that Canada itself, the word Canada is an Iroquois word. This is one of the First Nations people. And Kanata means a large village. So you are living in a large village now, made up of different peoples, different religions, and different nationalities. And the First Nations people, I don't represent them, but as somebody who has that blood, I can extend my welcome to you, my love to you, Hoshkeldenes, Ahmed. And the Canadian Council has released a statement in support of the Uyghur people, and it goes as follows. We, the Imams and scholars of Canada, stand in solidarity with the Uyghur people. We ask the People's Republic of China to free the Uyghur people from its concentration camps, return the children to their families, and restore their freedom of religion. We call upon the government of Canada to prohibit trade in products produced in China's forced labor camps with Uyghur slave labor. We demand that this issue be urgently placed on the agenda of the United Nations Security Council. The world must act to stop the ongoing genocide. Sincerely, the Canadian Council of Imams. May Allah bless this community. May Allah protect your children. May Allah strengthen your culture and make your voice to be one of the strong voices of our nation and the world. I leave you with these thoughts. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
To Hassan Ugo, the President, Uyghur Canadian Islamic and Cultural Center. Dear friends, I regret that I am not able to join you today at the opening ceremony of your new Uyghur Canadian Islamic and Cultural Center located in Troy within the city of Hamilton. These have been difficult times in Hamilton, across our nation, and around the world in the face of the COVID-19 pandemic. It requires us to call upon ourselves, our friends and family to support each other through our challenges. I'm aware of the difficulties that the Uyghurs have been experiencing in China. I appreciate that you have chosen our city as a place to reestablish yourself and to build a center to preserve your culture and religion. I hope that you will continue to find the freedom and the resources here that you need in support of your culture and maintaining your identity within our city. Sincerely, Frank Eisenberger, the Mayor of Hamilton.
Wow. I am honored to be with you today as you celebrate the grand opening of the Uyghur Canadian Islamic and Cultural Center. I would like to tell you a little about our community and your new neighbors. I am president of the Troy Women's Institute, and we own the neighboring schoolhouse that was built in 1878. Adjacent to the school is a parquet owned and maintained by the city of Hamilton. You rarely go by without seeing children that play. Now we're going to have different children at play and interacting with one another. We have a world-class potter, Don Zver, who has expanded his love and creativity working with clay by opening a school of pottery to introduce students in the art of working with the clay, and the more advanced to enhance their skills as potters. This is all happening right here in beautiful downtown Troy. Before that, it was an award-winning restaurant. Don is well known for giving back to his community and supporting many service clubs, as well as the Women's Institute, with his generous donations. Mount Carmel United Church was a place of worship and celebrations for generations of families over the years. And as with many churches, attendance has become almost non-existent. Life has changed, and we have to change with it. We are happy to welcome the diversity to our community that will bring life back into an old church where worship and celebration will once again take place. Life in Troy continues to change and make progress. Last but not least are the citizens of Troy. Many of them descendants of those who came before to settle in this area. We, the Troy community, are happy to welcome the Uyghur Canadian Islamic Cultural Center to Troy. I don't think there's been this much excitement in Troy since 1878, when the school bell rang in the old schoolhouse.
Well, thank you for inviting me to be here today. Some of the other members of the congregation are here as well, and on their behalf, I'd like to welcome you to the community. This church has played a significant role in the lives of people for the last 149 years. People were married here, buried here, found their faith here. It's been quite a journey. We found that with COVID, we were not able to continue the maintenance of the building, and so we are delighted that you are going to maintain it as a sacred space. We think that's wonderful, and we're so glad to welcome you into the community. We are going to be your neighbors because we're worshiping, once COVID is over, in the Women's Institute. So we'll be with you on weekends. It's our prayer that the persecution of the Uyghur people will stop. It's our hope that the Chinese government would recognize the lessons that Canadians have learned from the residential schools. It's our hope that the Chinese government would recognize the lessons from Nazi Germany with concentration camps. And we pray that the persecution will end. So it's our hope that to be your good neighbors, to welcome you into the community, and it's our hope that this building will continue to be influential so that you and your children may grow in faith. May God bless you.
Assalamu alaikum. The peace of gracious God be upon all of you. And first of all, I would like to welcome our guests coming from Germany and the United States and other cities to Canada. Uyghurs are the most tolerant people for different religions and different cultures because from our history, we're used to it. And using this opportunity, I have some homework for each and every one of us. After we end this meeting, please contact your newly elected MPs and call your senators to amend our tariff bill, just to ban all products made in East Turkestan or Sudan Autonomous Region, whole or part, just enter into Canada because it is tainted by Uyghur forced labor. And maybe from my brothers, relatives, and relatives of everyone here. We should not allow our market to sell those products made by Uyghur forced labor to our household. And we should not support our pocket money by purchasing those products, and that support goes directly to Chinese Communist regime. And also, we have to contact our MPs, because Canadian Parliament unanimously acknowledged the atrocities taking place in East Turkestan as a genocide, but our government did not acknowledge it. So we have to contact, because unless our government accepts and recognizes the Uyghur genocide, the policies or our new policies to address the issue is not going to do what we wanted. Because if government sees this issue within the framework or scope of human rights abuse, the policy will be totally different to address that human rights abuse. We know the Quran came with the message to eliminate the oppression, zalimi. It is unacceptable for the Muslim people or Muslim countries to support the zalimi with Chinese Communist Party. It is unacceptable, it is un-Islamic, and claiming themselves as a Muslim, it is shame. If you stand with the oppressor, you cannot be Muslim. You have to review your faith, your shahada. And so this is the message from here, and our brothers, Muslim brothers and sisters, just to send this message to our countries all across the globe, including Central Asia and the Middle East. And our Muslim countries should stop standing with communist China and stand on the side of the justice. Thank you.
Selamünaleyküm. Tevbe suresinin 18. ayet-i kerimesi vardır. İnnemâ ya'muru mesâcidallâhi men âmene billâhi vel yevmil âhir ve ikâmis-salâh ve âtez-zekâh ve lem yahşe illallah. Bu ayet-i kerimede Cenab-ı Allah Allah'ın mescitlerini Allah'a iman eden, namazlarını kılan, zekatlarını veren kimseler imar eder. İşte Uygur kardeşlerimizin içerisindeki iman nerede olursa olsun, hangi baskı ve zulüm altında olursa olsun, böyle bir cami yaptırmaktan, böyle güzel bir yer kazandırmaktan, kendilerine, İslam alemine, Kanada'ya böyle bir ibadethane kazandırmaktan, işte o imanları sayesinde bunlar yapmış oluyorlar. İman yok edilemez. İmanın insanın kalbine bir girdiğinde silinemez. 70 yıl Moskova'da hiçbir dine müsamaha gösterilmeden yaşanan o ülkede 70 yıl sonra gördük ki iman silinememiş. Balkanlarda gördük iman silinememiş. İşte fırsatını bulduğunda yeşermeye başlamış, devam etmiş, filizlenmiş, büyümüş. İşte bugün burada açılan cami de, burada toplanan insanlar da, bu cami için bu fedakarlıkta bulunan insanlar da bu imanın neticesinde, imanın harekete geçmesi neticesinde oraya açmış bulunuyor. Uygur İslami Kültür Center Merkezi'nin başta Uygurlu kardeşlerimize, Hamilton'a ve tüm İslam alemine hayırlara vesile olsun. Allah bu caminin cemaatini bol eylesin. Bu camilerde, hizmetlerde daim eylesin. Hepimizin Cenab-ı Allah sonumuzu en güzel bir şekilde hayır eylesin.
Muhterem kardeşlerim, Hz. Adem Aleyhisselam yeryüzüne geldiği zaman Havva annemizle beraber bu dünyada hiçbir eser yok iken inne evvele beytin rüzgar gidersin ve nebi mübekkete mübareke Mekke'de mabedi yapmıştır. Daha çocukları dahi yokken ilk yapılan eser bir camidir, bir mescittir. İlk peygamber de, son peygamber de bize bir mesaj veriyor. Müslümanlar olarak Allah'ın evi olan bu mescitler bize kendi evimizden dahi öndedir ve önemlidir. Büyük bir emek verdiniz, bu eseri sizler kazandınız. Bundan dolayı sizler sevindiniz, hepimiz seviniyoruz. Bu cami barış yeridir, esenlik yeridir, huzur yeridir. Burada yaşayan Müslümanlar için huzurdur, Hristiyanlar için de huzurdur. Çevrede bulunan Hristiyan kardeşlerimiz, onlar da sevinsinler. Çünkü burada barışın olduğu, esenliğin olduğu, insanlık sevgisinin olduğu insanlar yetişecek. Hırsızlık yapmayan, yalan söylemeyen, kötü insan değil, ahlaklı insan burada yetişecek, dürüst insan burada yetişecek ve hem Kanada için hem insanlık için burada güzel insanlar yetişecek. Değerli kardeşlerim, camiler bir pergel gibidir. Birincisi, pergelin ayağı sabit duruyor. Birinci görevimiz bu yaşadığımız bu çevreye hizmet etmek. Kendi dilimizle, dinimizle, kültürümüzle beraber, insan sevgisiyle beraber diğer ayağımız da global olacak. Dünyanın her tarafındaki insan hakları ihlalleri ya da insanların muhtaç olduğu, mazlum ve mağdur olan kim varsa onlara karşı da görevimiz var. Hem yerel, lokal hem global. Yani global. Bu görev bizim evrensel görevimizdir. Burada bulunmaktan dolayı hepinize teşekkür ediyoruz. Bu program hayırlı olsun, mübarek olsun ve her gününüz mesut, mutlu olsun.
My name is Maria Chetinkaya. I'm 16 years old. I'm an IB student and I'm an activist, as many of us here are. We grew up being told that one day the fate and the freedom of our people was in my hands. And it may be harsh to some, but it fueled me. I used to go to protests in strollers traveling 3 hours from city to city. I watched flags burn from a young age. Again, some say it's harsh, and I say it fueled me because the situation that we are in right now, a human rights crisis in the 21st century, should not be happening. 2009, July 5th, Uruchi Massacre. I was there, July 5th. I ran down the stairs, I opened that door, and what I saw is burned in my brain forever. I saw tanks and my aunties being dragged on the floor. It was half a second, but that image has stayed with me from then to this day. But being Uyghur teaches me to do what I need to do. Not what I can, not what I want, but I need to do for the freedom of my people. Many of us here don't have any contacts back home. My cousin Islam, he was my best friend when I went. He's 4 months older than me. He'll say he's much more older. I don't know what state he's in and I don't know what's going on, just like the rest of us. But I do know that he needs me to do what I do for his freedom. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me to think that we both have to sacrifice our teenage years. His, so he doesn't die in a concentration camp, and mine, so he doesn't die in a concentration camp. I am an Uyghur, and it is my responsibility to fight for my people. Maybe not this young, but when the rest of the world stays silent to the atrocities happening, I have no choice. So I will choose to go to a protest and not go to the mall. I will choose to stay up late planning events and not go out with friends. I will choose my people every single time because that is what they need for them to achieve freedom. And now I'm an intern with MP Garnet Dennis, and I travel to a different province to speak. But it is never too late, especially for us youth, because we are the future. We are the voices of the voiceless. Our parents can only go so far. We must do what we can. Because our people needs us. Muslim needs us.
and we have Vancouver our Jewish community and I we organized one of the group. We named it that group is Multi-Pace Groups for Pure Human Rights, and this group includes Jewish congregations, all of the Jewish people, also temples, all mosques, and churches, a lot of different faiths. We all together every week and every month we send out hundreds of letters to our Canadian government, our MPs, also worldwide. We introduce people, educate people. So I want to exchange all of the people from the church and the imams and Jewish congregation, and I'd like to invite you to join our group. We can work together because as a human, at least we can fight, we can stop about the genocide. And we don't want any genocide happening today. Please, after all finished, we can speak together, and I want to collect your information, and we can add you in the group. We can work together. This is my wish, and I hope you can join us. Thank you so much.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to everybody. So, this very happiness day. So we were academy in Canada established today. Very happy. After like 2 years of preparation, today the Canadian Uyghur Academy is established. Today same to our Islamic and Cultural Center in Toronto. So right now I really like a short introduce of our board members. So first of all, I introduce our Vice President of McKim. Please. Our General Inspector Razia. Right now we only have like 8 people, but our door is opening to a lot of science, Uyghur scientists and academy. In Canada, I believe there's a lot of outstanding science in the front line in Canada. Please join us. Our door is open. This platform, just like establishment of this platform, to communicate all of the Uyghur scientists in the world and to contact with them and exchange some information in the academic field. So welcome all of us, all of you. Our door is opening. Thank you.
But the amount of sympathy that you need to actually understand what is happening in East Turkestan is actually a lot higher than the philanthropic work that we do on a regular basis in our communities. Anyone can go over there. If you get a tourist visa, you can go to Shenzhen. But you have to submit to the security apparatus and you go over there. I know that my brothers and sisters are in over there and I want to be satisfied. When I arrived in Kashgar, which is the heartland of the Uyghur people in Shenzhen, the first night that I was there, I immediately went to the Eidgah Masjid. Why? Because I wanted to pray Isha prayer over there. Now I knew that the locals are not allowed to pray, but I did not suspect that even someone like me would be forbidden to pray. In fact, when I went there, told by the very nice English-speaking ticket seller, no phones, no pictures, and no praying. I go inside the masjid and towards the Qibla direction, a picture of Xi Jinping is hanging. Now, for us Muslims, this is very sacred to do sajda towards Xi Jinping. This is completely unacceptable. Assalamu alaikum. Now this is me in the start not knowing exactly what is going on, and I get responsible. Because any undercover officer could be watching. and that will flag them, and the next day they could be rounded up. So when a government has forbidden someone to greet, do I need to remind the cameras that are there every 5 meters? Or the checkpoint post that is there for every neighborhood? One has to be completely aware of what is going on, and to make it worse, the government has guests appointed, they call it guests, basically they're undercover officers who are living in people's homes just to make sure that they don't fall out of line. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make this center a means of peace, tranquility, and guidance for the entire world. This could be the time of resurrection for the Uyghur culture community, and I really appreciate the organizers to have invited me. I have been praying for the Uyghurs. It's not an exaggeration, maybe sometimes I pray more for them than for myself, since I came back.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسولنا محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين ربنا آمنا بما أنزلت واتبعنا الرسول فاكتبنا مع الشاهدين ربنا إننا سمعنا مناديا ينادي للإيمان أن آمنوا بربكم فآمنا. Bizlere mübarek Kabe'nin bir parçası olan bu mescitleri nasip eylediğin için sana hamd ediyor, şükrediyoruz. Allah'ım bu güzel mescitlerde bizleri ve yavrularımızı ve bütün insanlığın İslam barışı içerisine girip hayırlı ibadetler yapabilmeyi nasip ve müyesser eyle. Ya Rabbel Alemin, bu güzel mescitlerin sayılarını artır Allah'ım. İlahi Ya Rabbel Alemin, bizleri bu dünyaya ne için geldiğimizin şuurunda bir hayat yaşayıp, böyle bir hayat sürmeyi, Müslüman olarak yaşayıp, Müslüman olarak ölebilmeyi ve sonunda da cennetine, cemalullah'a kavuşabilmeyi nasip ve müyesser eyle. Bazılarının İslam'ı terörist gösterme çabalarını, tuzaklarını boşa çıkar Allah'ım. Bizlere bu dünyada da, ahirette de iyilik ve güzellikleri ihsan eyle. Kabir azabından, cehennem azabından muhafaza eyle. Cennetinle, cemalinle müşerref eyle. تقبل منا بحرمة الفاتحة.
bu mescidin elinişiga Kanada'daki Uygurlardan sırt, Avustralya, Germaniya, Gollandiya, Türkiye, Amerika, bütün dünyadaki Uygurlar yani kök bayrakını soyduğun Uygur İslam dinini ve mescidini soyduğun muşundaq bir mescid bolsun, bayrağımız esilsin deb yardım kılgan bütün Uygurlarga çin kalbimden ben şahsi namımdan ve cemiyet namımdan, cemaat namımdan rahmet eytimen ve şulanın ki her qanday vaqtda Kanadaga kelsa, şu mescidimizni ziyorat qilib, bir ikki kun turib, mehmon bo'lib, namoz o'qib, jamoatimiz bilan ko'rishib ketishni chin qalbimdan arzu qilaman.
Çünkü Türk'tür namımız, yar-ı hemden oldu bizdir, milletimiz sen için, dünyanın